Episode 2 of turning my spare room into an office. Today is an exciting day because my paint from Color Atelier finally arrived. If you haven't seen my last video, you know that I selected the color Santos and I decided to go with the 100% standard wash. Now the paint is very expensive and I was going back and forth with the brand and looking at the website to see if I should apply a different set of paint and maybe go with a darker wash or a little bit lighter. But I want to see what two coats look like without anything else. And if I feel like I need to add more dimension, then I will order a smaller quart of paint and probably do 150% of Santos to add some dimension and shadowing. Now, people say to trust the process when you do lime wash and it can hurt your wrist. People do clouding techniques. My mom used to do a different technique in the early 2000s and you use sponge and you would go around and that would be a little easier, but I really want the brush stroke effect. So hence we have this brush. I don't know how long it's going to take, but people say to really trust the process because it can look really scary. And some people do have like buyer's remorse in a sense where you kind of regret doing it, but I'm just going to trust it and I'm going to go little by little. I don't have any rush to do so. My goal for the year is to complete the office, and obviously I would love to have it done in the next month or so, but I'm not trying to add any pressure. I want everything to be very intentional and curated. So let's start our painting process. Let's open her up. Look at that color. So gorgeous. Okay, so let's start with the first stroke. Oh my gosh, that is very wet. It's dripping. Okay, so we definitely have to learn maybe better techniques, but I'm DIYing this. I have no experience in painting at all. So any haters in the comments, mind your business. I'm just trying to save some money. It's shearing out a bit, so good thing the wall is prepped and primed, but maybe I might need a deeper coat. We'll see. So this is my first test, and I will say I was very heavy-handed. Now I've never painted before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So definitely I suggest going lighter at first and kind of figuring out the right technique for you. And again, I want to make this paint last, so I feel like you can really use that paint up really quickly. But I'm starting to see the top part of it start to dry down, and I'm starting to see some grittiness and some texture to it. So I'm really loving the color and how it's coming together. And I'm actually really glad that I went with the standard. But now that I'm seeing it dry down, I feel like I actually might need to go lighter if I decide to buy more paint to add more dimension rather than going darker, but it's a beautiful shade and I'm really happy with it. So let's continue on. I'm starting to see some brush stroke formations. My hand is starting to hurt a little bit, but I do see the value in going lighter first and then going in and filling in the gap. It's so important to have your walls completely prepped and primed because if this was a different color or if it wasn't prepped, I don't feel like it would grip onto the surface very well. And as certain areas are starting to dry down, I can really see the texture forming, so it's really exciting. I don't really have a technique. I'm just creating random brush strokes. And I do realize that this can take you some time. That's why you probably need two or more people to do so, because even when I'm doing the brush strokes, I still have some texture from my wall and some pieces are not getting fully coated, but I'm trying to do my best and evenly coating the wall the first time without using too much paint. I hope everything comes together. I'm not concerned. I love the color. I love the texture. I am seeing the strokes form, but I just don't know how long this paint will last me. Okay guys, so I just finished the first coat and I will say the paint does dry really fast, so definitely move quickly with the strokes. I thought that it would be a hard process, but really it's not. I think anyone can do it. People said that it would be a scary process and you would get like buyer's remorse. I'm not getting that. I'm loving the color. I'm loving the strokes. And obviously I need a second coat to make sure I'm going to fill those white gaps, but I love it. I think the color is amazing. I love the technique. I love that it's imperfectly perfect. It's beautiful. And I will say that the paint does have a bit of a fragrance to it. To me, it smells a little bit like sulfur and a little bit like eggs, but I will say just crack a window open. You should be good to go. But I think I'm going to wait probably 20 minutes. And then once that sets, I'll do the second coat if I have time because the sun's going down. But it was a pretty fast process and you can definitely do it by yourself, but obviously doing with somebody will make the process a little smoother and faster. But yeah, it's been a really great process so far. Let me know what you guys think.